17-year-old Tyler is living his dream life. He lives by the California beaches and goes to school with the elites of the town. He has a girlfriend whom he loves very much and a job that pays him more than enough. He busses tables at a restaurant but is happy with his life as a high school student. His girlfriend's name is Allison. She moved to their town 6 months ago, and Tyler instantly fell in love with her. He spends his days working and his evenings surfing the waves at the beaches and partying with Allison and their friends. It is the last week of summer vacation before school reopens. Tyler parks his truck outside Allison's house and goes in to meet her. Allison hides from him so that she can give him a jump scare. He looks for her all over the house, and Allison scares him. Tyler is completely in love with Allison, and her love has changed him. Love does that. Allison takes him to a yoga class, something Tyler would never have agreed to before Allison came around. After the class ends, Tyler and Allison meet up with their friend Gil, who is working at a food truck. He teases Tyler for going to a spin class and yoga class, and doing countless other things ever since Allison came into his life. Tyler walks back home with his little sister, Tiffany. He is bringing her back from soccer practice. He compliments her game on the field, and Tiffany is happy. She wishes their mom could watch her play. To cheer her up, Tyler gives her a baggie of snacks. When Tiffany asks what they are having for dinner that night, he is unsure. He goes home and opens the fridge, stocked with stale food and frozen unhealthy meals. He feels disappointed that their mother is so busy that she does not even have time to cook them a healthy meal. Tyler makes scrambled eggs for the two of them. He and Tiffany have dinner together. The little girl asks him if he is going out that night. She asks if he is going with his girlfriend. Tyler jokes with her, but tells her not to let their mother know about that. Tiffany promises to keep their little secret. When their mother gets home, Tyler leaves. Tyler and Gil wait for Allison outside her house in Tyler's car. They have come to pick her up for a party. When Allison walks out, Gil looks at her and warns Tyler not to mess up their relationship. The trio arrive at the party and are greeted by their other friend, Lydia. Some time passes and everyone gets busy enjoying themselves. Tyler steals glances at Allison from a distance while she talks to her other friends. He smiles to himself because he is so in love with her. Just then, a guy approaches Allison and hugs her. He lifts her off the ground, laughing and surprised to see her. Allison, on the other hand, is a little rattled to see him there. His name is Chase, and he knew Allison back when she used to live in San Francisco. He asks Allison why she looks so sober. When Tyler sees this, he goes over to Allison's rescue. He asks if everything is alright and Allison says yes. She briefly introduces the two guys, and then rushes Tyler out of there, because she does not want to be in Chase's company. When Allison and Tyler are alone, he asks her who that guy was. Allison brushes the topic off, and asks him to grab her a Diet Coke. Confused, Tyler goes to the drinks table to make Allison a drink. Chase comes to stand next to him. He strikes up a conversation about Allison, and how times have changed for her. Tyler has no clue about Allison's past. Chase tells him how Allison used to be such a wild party girl, and how easy she was. This instantly angers Tyler. Hearing about his girlfriend's intimate actions with another man makes him mad. Tyler storms away from Chase. He goes to the bathroom to give himself some time to calm down. He stands waiting in the line when he notices a girl in front of him. She's beautiful and has gorgeous red hair. Engrossed in her phone, she is waiting in line too. The two strike up a casual conversation. The girl tells him that she just got ditched that night. Tyler can relate because he was humiliated too. The girl introduces herself as Holly. Some time has passed, and Allison hasn't seen Tyler in a while. When she goes looking for him, she finds him sitting in the living room. He is down and a little drunk as he thinks about the night's events. Tyler is still upset about Chase, and how Allison did not explain more about him. Allison tries to get Tyler to drop that topic, but Tyler is adamant. He also feels betrayed that Allison slept with that guy, but would not do the same with him. Tyler stands up and calls Chase out, making a scene. Chase tells him to chill out, but Allison is embarrassed by Tyler's outburst. Before a fight can break out, she drags him outside. The two get into an argument and Allison asks Tyler to go home, because he is causing a scene. Tyler is offended. The two argue some more and Allison tells Tyler that they are done. The two break up and Tyler leaves. Tyler stumbles outside the house and finds Holly sitting in a car. She tells him it is not her car. Tyler tells her he just got dumped. Holly invites him to come with her, and Tyler hops into the car that is not hers. The two drive away from the party. Tyler is sad and Holly plans to cheer him up. The two end up at a nightclub. They dance and get intimate. The night gets away from them. Tyler wakes up the next morning in a stranger's home. He's unclothed and his head hurts. As he gathers himself, Tyler checks that his phone's battery is dead. He wiggles into his jeans. When he looks out the window, he sees a view so exquisite, it leaves him stunned. Tyler goes around the property and admires the view. Then he goes in search of Holly. The house he is in is so magnificent, he keeps getting lost. He has no idea where he is. He eventually finds Holly in the living room. She is sitting on the floor and looking at pictures that she took. Tyler sits down next to her and asks her where they are. Holly tells him that she has been house-sitting that place all summer and is still amazed by how gigantic it is. Tyler looks at the pictures on the floor and is impressed by Holly's skill. He compliments her and Holly blushes. Holly is mysterious and a little bit of a puzzle to Tyler. The two spend the entire weekend together in that big house. They drink and swim and have a picnic together by the pool. Tyler cannot imagine having that kind of money. Holly tells him her dad would have loved the grand pool as in the house. He died some time ago and all he ever did was work. Holly is sad about that. As the day passes, the two get to talk more. Holly tells him about her stepmother, who does not care about Holly at all. Tyler feels bad for Holly. He tells her about his family and how his dad is absent, and his mother works a lot. His little sister depends on him a lot. He never took Allison to meet his family because he did not think Allison would understand it. She comes from a different world altogether. Holly and Tyler spend more time together, and they form an understanding. Holly tells Tyler that she really likes the way she feels around him, and that she can be her true self in his presence. She suggests that maybe she should move to Los Angeles and be with Tyler so that he can forget all about Allison. Tyler jokes that maybe she should do that. The rest of the night goes by with the two of them spending some moments together. When it is late into the night, Tyler decides it is time for him to get back home. He tells her that this night was special to him. Holly does not feel too good about him leaving. When Tyler gets home, he charges his phone and turns it on. He received a bunch of texts, and one is from Allison. Tyler texts her back that he will call her in the morning. He apologizes to her. The next morning, Tyler is outside Allison's home. Allison comes out, and she is not angry anymore. Tyler begins to apologize, but Allison tells him that she understands why he acted out at the party that night. Tyler tells her he did not like the way Chase talked about her, and it made Tyler angry. Allison confesses to him about her past. Back in San Francisco, Allison was not an innocent, saintly girl. She used to party a lot and sleep around. She tells him that her parents moved her to a new city so that she can mend her ways, and she did. Tyler believes Allison. He feels apologetic about the way they left things, and so does Allison. Allison tells him that the reason why she has not gotten intimate with him yet is that she wanted to make sure it was real. She has never been with someone she loves before. Tyler smiles. He is happy to hear that, because he loves Allison too. The two make up and get back together. They promise each other to not keep any secrets anymore. Tyler agrees, but he still hides his indiscretions from the night before. The lie weighs on his conscience. Back at school after summer vacation, Tyler and Allison meet up with their friends before class. Before leaving, Tyler and Allison kiss. That is when Tyler spots Holly at his school. He is a little rattled to see her, but does not let Allison see that. The group parts ways for class. In the class, Tyler is shocked to see Holly enter. She takes a seat next to him. Tyler feels uncomfortable by her presence, but he tries to hide it. He asks her what she is doing at their school. Holly lets him know that her stepmother decided to move to the city permanently. Now Holly will go to school with Tyler. She tells him that she noticed he got back together with his girlfriend. Tyler gets nervous. He does not want Holly to tell anyone about the time they spent together. Holly accepts that with no resistance. She promises to keep their secret. After class, Tyler is sitting in the cafeteria, and soon his friends show up. Gil brings Holly to their table and introduces her to his friends. He met her in biology class. Tyler gets nervous when he sees Holly there, especially when Holly says that she already knows Tyler. Before Tyler can panic anymore, she clarifies how they met in the first period. Everyone laughs it off. Allison and Holly exchange numbers, and Allison invites Holly to hang out with them on the weekend. Holly has tickets for a band concert that evening, and she invites everyone. Everyone but Tyler agrees. He does not want to be around Holly. After everyone leaves, Tyler texts Holly to meet him by the secluded stairs. When Tyler gets there, Holly is already waiting for him. She gets excited to see him and tries to kiss him. Tyler stops her. They cannot keep doing this. He tells her what happened that night was great, but it was a mistake. They cannot do this again as he is with Allison. Holly does not take his rejection well. She thought it was special. Tyler lied to her. Holly feels betrayed. Tyler tries to apologize and console her, but Holly is angered by his reaction. She tells him he is going to be sorry for this and runs away from there, leaving Tyler in utter shock. Tyler wakes up the next day to a series of pictures from Holly. There are pictures of her with Allison and Lydia from the party. She also apologizes to him and sends him exposing photos of herself. Tyler cannot understand why she just would not leave him alone. At the school, the girls are laughing and talking about the fun night they had. Lydia tells Holly that she tried to find her on social media, but could not. Holly hesitates and tells her that she erased her profile a year ago. She wanted to do a total social media cleanse. Allison can relate to that since she too left a life behind that she wanted should rather stay in the past. Allison brings Holly to the restaurant where Tyler works. She shows Allison the Polaroid pictures she took. When Tyler comes around to their table, Allison is looking at a picture of a shirtless guy. His face is not showing in the photo, but Tyler recognizes it as himself. It is a picture of him that Holly took during that weekend they spent together. He gets nervous when Allison asks Holly about that guy. To Tyler's relief, Holly does not say anything. The three of them decide to go to the beach where Gil is. Holly takes a picture of Tyler and Allison being in love together. Allison asks about the guy from the picture, and Tyler tenses. Holly tells her about how she met that guy without ever taking her eyes off Tyler. She does not tell anyone his name, much to Tyler's relief. But Tyler cannot stand Holly scaring him like that all the time. He also cannot say anything because Allison likes Holly. Holly ends up kissing Gil, as she demonstrates to the rest how she met that guy in the photograph. Tyler and Gil drop off the girls at Allison's for a girls' hangout. Tyler is less than thrilled about that. He does not want to leave Allison alone with Holly, because Holly keeps teasing him with the secret they are hiding. Holly sticks her head into the car and insinuatingly emphasizes the words, "girl talk." This makes Tyler more nervous. Holly is inside Allison's room now. She borrows a pink sweater from Allison. She sits in front of her vanity mirror and sees a picture of Allison and Tyler. She gets jealous and starts asking Allison questions about her and Tyler's personal life. Allison admits to her that they have not gone that far yet. Holly is secretly happy to know that but does not show it. Tyler drops Gil home, but before he can leave, Tyler stops him to talk. He brings himself to confide in Gil about him and Holly. Gil is a little shocked to hear that because Holly had just kissed him earlier that day. Granted, it was at random, but Gil liked it. When Tyler tries to tell him that Holly is getting close to Gil and Allison to mess with him, Gil does not believe him. Tyler wants to come clean with Allison, but Gil advises him against it. Tyler is confused. Holly and Allison decide to have a sleepover, but Tyler keeps texting Allison. He wants to know if Holly left. Allison praises him for being a good boyfriend, and Holly pretends to be Allison's friend. Allison's mother comes in to check up on the two. She seems a little upset and worried, but it is all because she is concerned about Allison. Allison knows that. The morning comes and Holly is awake. She stares at Allison unhappily as the girl sleeps. Something sinister is cooking in Holly's mind. When Tyler wakes up that morning, he notices Holly outside his window. Tyler is annoyed and a little anxious to see her there. He asks her what she is doing there. Holly plays innocent with him. She just wants to be invited inside and meet his sister. When Tyler sees that the sweater she is wearing belongs to Allison, he pointedly asks Holly if she stole it from Allison. Holly just tells him that Allison has no problem sharing her things with her, suggesting that it also includes Tyler. Tyler is appalled. Holly tells him that she told Allison about them, and Tyler loses his temper. He gets angry, but then Holly laughs it off. She was only kidding. Tyler cannot keep up with her anymore. He calls her insane and Holly gets offended by that. He asks her what else she has lied about. Holly just smiles and shrugs. He is not the only one who can lie. Tyler is having a hard time wrapping his mind around Holly's behavior. He is at the school when he overhears a conversation between Holly's stepmother and the guidance counselor. He catches up to the woman and makes a polite conversation with her. He introduces himself as her stepdaughter's friend. He finds out that Holly is not from Oakland like she told them she was. She is from San Diego. The lady tells him that Holly is a good girl, but gets lonely as the woman has to travel for work all the time. The lady tells Tyler to not tell Holly they spoke because the girl would not like that. Allison tells Lydia about her night with Holly. Lydia thinks something is off with Holly. The girl seems weird, and she has a feeling about her. Allison rolls her eyes because Lydia is talking like her mom. She tells Lydia to give Holly a chance since she just moved into this city. The girls are unaware that Holly heard their entire conversation, and she is not too happy about it. At lunch, Holly brings 3 cups of smoothies, but something seems off. She gives 1 cup each to Lydia and Allison and sits down next to them. Allison asks her why she disappeared from her house without a word, and Holly lies about having gotten a stomach bug. Suddenly, Lydia, who was drinking her smoothie, has a reaction to it. She gets a seizure attack and falls unconscious. Chaos ensues in the cafeteria. Allison rushes to help Lydia and the paramedics are called. When Tyler sees this, he rushes to console Allison, but he can see Holly just sitting, unaffected. It was like she could not care less about her friend almost dying. Allison leaves with Lydia for the hospital. But seeing Holly remain calm through this entire episode, Tyler feels something is suspicious about that girl. He just cannot put his finger on it. He does not trust Holly. Tyler cannot sleep at night, but he does not know whom to talk to. He types and erases texts about Holly being dangerous. He thinks that Holly had something to do with Lydia's attack. When he finally falls asleep, Tyler dreams of Holly stabbing him with a knife. He wakes up with a start, scared and confused. At school that morning, Tyler is relieved to see Allison. He is grateful that Holly did not hurt Allison. He hugs Allison to console her, as she is still panicking about Lydia's condition. She will be okay, but she nearly died from her attack the day before. Allison is glad that she has Tyler with her. Tyler is worried about Allison and confused about what to do with Holly. When Holly gets home, the same place that she claimed to house Sid earlier, she finds that her stepmother is back. She is not pleased to know that, since Holly does not like her. Corinne is making breakfast for them when Holly walks into the kitchen. Corinne tells Holly that she is on her side. Holly says, apathetically, that it is hard to remember it, since her dad left everything to Corinne. Corinne lovingly tells Holly that what is hers is Holly's as well. But Holly does not believe that. She is convinced that Corinne is a bad stepmother. Corinne is upset that Holly missed her therapy appointments. She has also been off her medications. Holly is annoyed by Corinne meddling in her life. She tells Corinne she does not like the medication they give her because it numbs her emotionally. Corinne thinks that is a good thing sometimes. This makes Holly angry. She slowly moves towards Corinne and corners her. She leans closer and takes a knife from behind Corinne. Very subtly, Holly proceeds to threaten her stepmother by telling her that she is a very loving person. If she cannot feel love, she would rather be dead. Corinne gets upset and scared of Holly's behavior. She remains quiet for the remainder of the breakfast. Alone, in her room, Holly burns incense and candles around a collection of Tyler's photographs. She is obsessed with him and thinks about him every waking moment of her life. Tyler fears what he thinks Holly might be capable of. He is sitting with Gil when Gil tells him that Holly has not been in contact with him for days. Tyler brushes his concern away. He assures him that she must be fine and that she will show up soon enough. Just then Gil spots Holly talking to Allison on the upper floor of the school. He points out to Tyler that Holly looks sad. Tyler goes to see what the matter is. He finds Allison halfway there, who tells him that Holly is pregnant. Tyler cannot even process the news. He is shocked. That cannot be true. But Allison is convinced since Holly already took 4 pregnancy tests to confirm it. Allison and Holly hang out together at Holly's house. They are sunbathing by the swimming pool when Holly gets a text from Tyler. He wants to talk to her. Holly ignores it. Allison asks her if the one who texted was the guy who got Holly pregnant, but Holly denies it. She tells Allison they have not been in touch. Allison is appalled and angry at the guy who did this to Holly. She advises her to get in touch with him. Holly asks Allison what she would do if Allison was pregnant with Tyler's baby. Allison is not sure. That is a big question, and she has never thought about it. Holly pretends to be envious of Allison and Tyler's relationship. Knowing that Allison has never met Tyler's family, Holly makes a comment about how his parents must love Allison. This makes Allison a little sad, because Tyler never took her to meet his family. Later that day, Tyler is in his room when he hears someone talking to his sister. He walks out only to find Holly there. Tyler gets angry, but he cannot do anything in front of his sister. Tiffany likes Holly and she does not want her to leave, but Tyler cannot let Holly stay back any longer. Once Tiffany is out of sight, Tyler drags Holly out of his house. Holly thinks Tiffany is such a sweet girl, and she remarks sarcastically why Tyler never introduced his girlfriend to her. Tyler tells Holly she is not his girlfriend. This makes Holly even angrier. She yells at him about getting her pregnant, and then ignoring her. Tyler does not know what to do. He is only 17 and he is not even rich. He cannot support a child at this stage of his life. But Holly just does not understand. The girl tells him she knows that Tyler loves her, and that he does not have to support her. It will be good as long as they are together. He just cannot see it because of Allison. Tyler is at his wit's end. He tells Holly that it was a mistake, and then turns to leave. Holly tries to jump on him from behind, but Tyler shrugs her away. Holly falls to the ground and hurts her lip. But it is not serious, so Tyler walks away, warning her to stay away from him. Holly is angry. She goes to Allison's house and tells Allison what happened. Holly is hysterical, and she is crying when Allison seats her down on her bed. She even goes as far as to add injuries to her palms, just to show Allison what that guy did to her when she went to confront him. Then, Holly comes clean to Allison about the guy who got her pregnant. Tyler goes to visit Lydia in the hospital. He asks her if Holly knew about her allergy, and Lydia says yes. He wants to know if Lydia thinks this was not an accident. Lydia tells him that she has always gotten the same smoothies with Allison, but the only time Holly got them instead, Lydia had an allergy attack. That does not seem like a coincidence to her. Lydia had always felt suspicious of the other girl. Tyler defeatedly confesses to Lydia about his indiscretions with Holly the night of the party. Lydia is disappointed in him, but Holly's behavior makes so much sense now. She asks him to tell Allison about it and Tyler agrees. He will come clean to Allison soon and fix his mess. Tyler tries to contact Allison, but he cannot reach her. He texts her to meet him at the beach. When Allison gets there, Tyler comes clean to her, but Allison already knows about it. Holly showed her pictures of Tyler sleeping, and Holly with Tyler's family. Allison is hurt and feels betrayed. Tyler let her be friends with Holly this entire time. Allison feels cheated on. Tyler tries to reason with her that they were broken up, but Holly told Allison that Tyler was going to break up with her. Allison leaves, heartbroken and angry. She tells Tyler to never contact her again. Tyler drives home in a rage. He receives countless texts from Holly. She wants them to be together now that Allison is out of their way. But Tyler says no. He ignores Holly's messages and calls. That makes Holly impatient and angry. She warns him to not ignore him, but Tyler does not listen. The next morning, when Holly comes to class, she tells Tyler that he should have texted her last night. Just then, the principal asks Tyler to leave the class. She informs him that he is being suspended indefinitely on account of sensual assault against a student. A student named Elizabeth Viola has filed a police report against him. Tyler does not even know anyone by that name. But when the principal takes the girl's full name, Elizabeth Holly Viola, the realization settles. Tyler is appalled, but he has no choice but to leave. When Tyler gets home, the first thing he does is grab his laptop and search for Elizabeth Holly Viola on the internet. He finds several links related to her that tell him how Holly had been accused of attacking a classmate at her previous school. She had done this same thing to another teenage couple. She got obsessed with another girl's boyfriend and then attacked the girl when the boy would not leave her for Holly. The case was taken to the court and Holly was sentenced to a court-ordered hold in the hospital. When Tyler processes this information, he is shocked and scared. Suddenly, Holly messages him. She already knows that he has looked her up on the internet. Tyler replies to her that he knows her real identity, but that does not faze Holly. Instead, she asks him if he knows that, then does he know what she will do next? Allison's parents are not home for the night. It is late and Allison is alone at home. Feeling an eeriness around her, she locks all the doors and makes tea for herself. She settles down on her couch when Tyler texts her. He tries to tell Allison that Holly is not who she says she is, and that she is dangerous, but Allison ignores him. She is hurt, and she doesn't want to talk to him. Then she receives a call from Holly. Allison is conflicted about whether to answer it or not. Eventually, she takes the call, but tells Holly that she cannot do this right now. Holly sympathizes with Allison and pretends to be her friend. She pins the blame on Tyler and tries to gain Allison's trust. But suddenly, Allison hears her voice from inside her house, and she gets scared. She smells something like gas and runs to the kitchen to find that the gas has been turned on. But Allison remembers turning it off a while ago. A glass breaks and Allison gets startled. She cannot figure out what is happening. She slowly walks past the broken glass, but Holly grabs her from behind and knocks her unconscious. When Tyler receives a message from Holly with a picture of an unconscious Allison, he panics and rushes to Holly's house. He calls Gil and asks him to meet him there. When Allison regains consciousness, she finds herself tied to a chair with duct tape. Holly is in front of her. Allison regrets that she did not trust Tyler. He tried to tell her the truth. Holly makes fun of Allison for believing every word she said, even about her being pregnant, because Holly was lying about that. Allison is scared, but she tries to reason with Holly. If she lets her go, Allison will not tell anyone about what she has done. But Holly says it is too late. It was too late the moment she saw Tyler. She believes that Tyler loves her, but he will not be with her because of Allison. Holly threatens Allison to let Tyler go, because she knows that he loves Holly. When Allison disagrees, Holly hits her. A car enters her driveway. Thinking it is Tyler, Holly looks out the window, but is annoyed to see that it is just her stepmother. She clamps duct tape on Allison's mouth and goes out. Allison tries to free herself, but she cannot. She starts yelling for help. Her muffled cries are heard by Corinne. When Corinne finds Allison taped and bound to a chair, she tries to free her. She just manages to remove the duct tape from her mouth when Holly attacks her from behind. Allison screams. Holly is sitting in front of the shrine she made for Tyler. Red light is shining in the room as she assembles a gun. When Tyler gets to her house, he runs inside. He finds Holly in the living room. She has pictures of Tyler spread on the carpet. She is trying to recreate their morning after the first night they met. Tyler is in no mood for Holly's games. He asks her where Allison is, but Holly gets annoyed. She wants him to play along. Tyler, scared of what Holly can do, indulges her for a minute, but he cannot keep up. He needs to find Allison. He asks her, more angrily this time. Holly gestures behind her and Tyler goes in search of Allison. He finds a bloodied shrug that belonged to Allison and panics. He looks for her from one room to the next, but to no avail. Tyler comes across the shrine Holly created for him and sees pictures of himself and Allison surrounded by candles. He is enraged, confused, and scared. He goes back to where Holly is standing calmly. He asks her again where Allison is. Something drips from the ceiling onto his forehead. When Tyler looks up, he finds Allison hanging unconscious from the ceiling. He rushes to bring her down and unties the rope. He goes to Allison's rescue once she is on the floor and shakes her awake. Thankfully, she opens her eyes. Holly leaves to get her gun. Unaware of that, Tyler grabs a poker stick for protection before he tries to take Allison outside the house, but all doors are locked. Tyler gets Allison out through the door of Holly's room. They almost manage to escape, but Holly comes there. She has a gun pointed at the both of them. She gets Tyler to drop the poker stick. Scared for his and Allison's life, Tyler tries to bluff his way out. He apologizes to Holly and tells her that the night they spent together was special. Holly is happy to hear that. She knows they are perfect together. But just as Tyler asks her to put the gun away, Holly realizes his trick. She points the gun right at Allison, angrily. Tyler pleads with her. He tells her it is his fault and not Allison's. If anyone should bear the brunt of her anger, it should be him. He confesses to Holly that it is Allison that he loves. Just then Gil shows up and distracts Holly. Panicked, she fires at Tyler. He gets hit in the shoulder and falls to the ground. Allison cannot control her anger. Holly had not meant to do that to Tyler. But before she can react, Gil tries to move toward her. Holly takes a shot at him, but he ducks. When she is distracted, Allison takes the opportunity and hits Holly with the poker stick. Holly falls into the swimming pool. Gil and Allison rush to Tyler's care. The paramedics show up on time and save Holly and Tyler. In the end, Holly finds another man to obsess over. This time it is the paramedic guy who promises to stay by her side. A few weeks later, Tyler recovers from his injuries. He and Allison get back together and celebrate his little sister, Tiffany's birthday party with their friends and family. Everything seems to get back to normal.